Hey, top of the morning to you. So, if you haven't been living under a rock lately, and like me, you listen to podcasts and things, you'll understand that one of the key things that all apparently amazing leaders have in common is their morning ritual. Because of this, I've been trying my best to think, what do I want to do in the morning before my morning cup of coffee? And there's a number of things I've tried. I've tried gratitude journaling. I've tried, obviously get up and exercise, go for a cold shower, and I've tried just about every iteration. The problem is that quote that says the best camera is the one you have with you. Well, the best morning ritual is going to be the one that you can sustain and do. And every one of them I've tried is always kind of either taken too long or not been impactful enough, or I've done things. I tried bullet journaling and it was cool, but it didn't resonate with me. It didn't make an impact. And recently, something happened and I was watching the Jim Jefferies show. It's his new talk show. It's amazing. And at the end of the show, he has this to say.
Wonderful. That's our show. I'm Jim Jefferies. I think we can all do better. Good night, everyone.
We can all do a little bit better. And I thought that was quite telling. I thought it was such a cool line. And I started thinking about this, and I thought of, one thing I am very good at is keeping to-do lists. I always think leaders, we keep to-solve lists. But in truth, I think there's always stuff that needs to be done as well. And in the back of my right wheel, at any given time, I have this to-do list at the back of things that I want to have done. And I thought, what about this as a morning ritual? What about a kind of to-do list, but with a twist? And so now, for the last 2-3 weeks, I've been keeping a to-do better list. And every morning when I wake up, I list just 3 things that I think I could have done better the day before. 1 for personal, I could have made better eating choices. 1 for family, maybe the way I handled that interaction with my kid, I could have done better. Or 1 for business. Wow, that meeting didn't go the way I wanted to. I would have rather have done it this way. And every morning, all I do, and it takes me, I'm not lying to you, 2 minutes. In the time it takes you to watch this video, you could sit and put down a list of 3 things that you wish you'd done better. What is amazing to me is I find this more empowering than gratitude, than setting your intentions for the day, because you're actively reflecting on something you've done and you're saying to yourself, how could I have done better? And I found it so powerful. I end up saying things, if I'd written one day, I could have made better food choices. I end up making better food choices. I'll give you an example of one that happened 2 days ago. I got a message from Amazon offering me a refund on a purchase I'd made because they said, we're sorry that it hadn't arrived. But it did arrive, but they gave me $70. And I was like, whim! And so I said nothing and I thought this was cool. And then the next morning I filled out my to-do better list and I couldn't help but thinking, I should have handled that better. I should have mailed them back and said, listen, thanks, but I got my parcel. So I did, because I didn't want to be that guy. But the truth is, had I left it, it would have just been something else that wasn't a learning journey going forward. So that's what I want you to do right now. I want you to sit down and take a piece of paper or write whatever's in front of you, and I want you to reflect back in the last 24 hours, and I want you to write down just one thing where you think, I could have done better. Now, I use an app called Daygram. You could use a notebook if you wanted to. The idea is I want it to be the thing I do before I open Facebook. So at night, what I do before I go to bed, I set my alarm and then I open this app. So in the morning, when I turn on my phone, after I've shut down the alarm, the first thing is this app. So then I can put in my password and I can get started with my to-do better list. And then what I want you to do is just tonight, just for one night, for 3 days. For 3 days, I want you to commit to putting that down, putting the phone beside you, and in the morning, before you check Facebook, before you check Twitter, I want you to create a to-do better list. I'm convinced it will have a profound effect in your life. It certainly has on mine. Peace. Do better. Wait. Don't go anywhere. Hold on a second. I'm trying to build something here, and it's slow and it's taking time, but I think we're onto something. So what I need you to do, if you're watching on Facebook, I need you to share it. If you're watching on YouTube, share it. But if you're on YouTube, I want you to hit the subscribe button or ring the bell thing. I want you to be notified. And more importantly, wherever you're watching it, I want you to comment. I want to hear, did this resonate? Did it not? What do you want me to talk about in the future? What are problems you're facing? And I want to turn this into something that I think will be of real value to people. So please share and speak up.